Hello and welcome. If you care for native Australian wildlife, carry this into every rescue, feed, and release. Behavior is the blueprint. When you understand what an animal naturally does when it eats, where it sleeps, how it handles heat, who it travels with, you stop guessing and start protecting lives. Over the past year, I tested 15 tools, courses, and resources across mixed eucalypt country and urban edges. Then cross-checked with licensed carers in New South Wales and Victoria. One finding stood out. Human presence changes behavior. The moment we show up, many species shift to more nocturnal patterns or switch on stress responses that hide their true needs. So the gear and training I recommend help you see what animals do when you're not there and act with minimal stress and maximum welfare. Quick start by user type. New carers under $250. Take Wire's Rescue 101 and their species modules for a huge upgrade in stress and handling. Add Barbara Trigg's tracks, scats, and other traces to read the landscape like a story. For feeding, use Wombaroo Insectivore or Nectar Mix for species that need them. Immediate wins, better interpretation, better diets, lower stress. Field teams or community monitoring groups with $500 to $1,500. Get a Bushnell Core DS no-glow camera trap and an audio moth recorder with a waterproof case. They capture movement and sound without disturbing animals. Who's using a nest box at 2 a.m.? When echidnas forage? How often microbats pass? Log observations in WRMD, Wildlife Rehabilitation MD, for behavior and health notes. Safer, more informed decisions. Professional facilities. Invest in a Wildlife Acoustic Song Meter Mini for long, high-quality acoustic runs. Hollow Log Homes nest boxes that match species needs, and AWRC on-demand talks for advanced, evidence-based care. That translates directly into better welfare and releases. Seasonal heads up. Don't wait for spring. By the time joeys and fledglings arrive, training and gear sell out. Prices jump, and Keens improvise under pressure. EOFY in June and Black Friday in late November are consistently strong buying windows in Australia. Why is behavior non-negotiable? Start with stress. Catch your myopathy in macropods, kangaroos and wallabies, is the silent killer. It can occur even when things seem calm. Understand flight distances, herd dynamics, and early stress signals, and your rescue plan changes. Minimal chase, quiet handling, and where appropriate, vet-only sedation. With good management, you can push risk under 2%. That's behavior-informed practice. Feeding is where the biggest, most fixable mistakes happen. Lorikeets and honeyeaters are nectar specialists, not seed birds. Seed diets lead to sickness and abnormal behavior. Sugar gliders aren't fruit salad animals. They need tree sap, insects, and nectar. Koalas get most water from leaves, but in extreme heat, they'll come down to drink, a cue to adjust care and release timing. Feeding by natural history isn't just nutrition, it's enrichment. It keeps animals doing what they're wired to do and protects long-term health. Torpor and thermal biology. Microbats and some small marsupials drop into torpor in cool conditions to save energy. If you don't recognize torpor, it looks like injury or illness, and feeding a torpid animal can be fatal. Warming protocols and timing of handling matter. A cool, still bat at dawn may be normal. Warm first, reassess, then decide. If unsure, pause and seek guidance from an experienced bat carer or vet. Housing and enrichment turn behavior into architecture. Possums need elevated pathways, secure denning, and canopy-like roots. Wombats need diggable substrate. Parrots don't want full bowls. They want foraging complexity that exercises beak, brain, and body. If an echidna keeps trying to dig through concrete, the enclosure is wrong. Design from behavior, not after it. Coexistence. Magpie swooping every spring isn't aggression. It's territory and breeding cycles. Map patterns with an unobtrusive audio recorder and educate the community on predictable windows and pathways. You'll dramatically reduce incidents without harming birds. Proactive, not punitive, and rooted in behavior, legal and ethical compliance. Every state and territory requires authorization for rescue and rehab. Codes of practice assume you work from behavioral understanding. Good notes aren't paperwork. They help you meet standards and catch small changes early. Whether you use WRMD or a simple spreadsheet, document behavior, chosen feeding times, responses to handling, night activity, torpor patterns, social interactions. The pattern is the point. About gear in Australian conditions. Heat waves, humidity, dust, and ants expose weak points fast. In testing, the Bushnell Core DS No Glow held up outdoors without visible IR glow. Audiomoth units with waterproof cases handled dew and drizzle and produced clean dawn-dusk data. The Song Meter Mini delivered professional-grade long runs over weeks. Hollow log homes boxes matched thermal and structural needs of actual species, not one-size-fits-all rectangles. WRMD made it easy to turn data into decisions. A simple 2-week plan. Pick one focal species or site. Deploy a no-glow camera trap at a travel route or den entrance for 7 nights. Set an acoustic recorder at ear height to capture dusk and dawn. Keep a short ethogram, a behavior list, and log time, temperature, and key events. Change one variable at a time. Move a perch. Add a foraging puzzle. Provide shade and water on heat wave days. Use what the animals actually do when you aren't there to drive your next move. You'll shift from reactive to proactive fast. Feeding. Again, because it matters. For nectar feeders, use a proven nectar mix and keep it fresh. Fermentation and ants are constant battles in humidity. For insectivores, use a balanced insectivore mix or varied insect diet to avoid calcium and protein deficits that cause weakness-odd behaviors. For gliders, ensure sap and insects are in both diet and enrichment. Without them, you'll see stereotypes and poor condition. Behavior confirms a good diet. Natural foraging. Steady weight. Normal activity cycles. Release timing. If your remote data shows a possum leaves a nest box at 4 a.m. in warm weather, but 6:30 in a cold snap, plan soft release support, food stations, shelter, predator-safe pathways around real peak activity. Success isn't luck. It's matching behavior with conditions. A transparent note. Some recommendations may include affiliate links. If you buy through them, it supports this work at no extra cost to you. I only recommend tools and training I'd use in the field. Where to start today? Tight budget. Wires Rescue 101 plus Barbara Trigg's book. Learn to read ground and canopy like a story. Mid-budget. Add a no-glow camera trap and an Audiomoth. Let them work while you sleep. Facilities. Deploy the Song Meter Mini for reliable data. Upgrade to species-appropriate nest boxes and book AWRC talks to level up protocols before the busy season. Most importantly, remember why this matters. Misreading behavior costs lives through stress, malnutrition, capture myopathy, or failed releases. Align care with natural behavior, and animals recover faster, cope better, and return to the wild with the skills and strength they need. Behavior is the animal's instruction manual, precise, honest, and available if you watch, listen, and let data guide decisions. Set up your tools, take good notes, plan ahead of the season, and choose the path with the least stress and the most respect for what these animals are built to do. Thanks for listening, and here's to caring smarter, not just harder.